A lot. You know, right after the game was over yesterday, I went up and hugged Monica because freshman year we were there, and I remember sitting on the bench, and I didn't play very much freshman year, and during that game I got in with 6 minutes or 6 minutes into the first half. And I mean, that's saying something. We didn't score the first 10 minutes of that game. And I remember we played a lot at the second half, and me and Mon and like the rest of the kids on the bench. I remember going up to Mon after one of their when we were shooting free throws, and I was like, Mon, I never ever want to lose like this here ever again. And I know we talked about it before, like we want to beat Green Bay here, and that was right at the top, right after winning a Horizon League title and going to March Madness. Beating Green Bay at Green Bay was right there with it.
Not only against Green Bay, but was it also on your mind considering what happened last year in Green Bay against Loyola in the tournament?
Yeah, that one's gonna haunt me forever. That was really, really disappointing. Probably, I think the worst one of my career. Um, but I think the great thing about it yesterday was that it was a team win. I do want to say this, that I think Melissa Thompson was the unsung hero these past two games. She's come up with really, really key plays. When she's shooting foul shots, there's no doubt in my mind that she's getting her own rebound every time she shoots it. So if it doesn't go in, I think she's going to get the ball. And she came up with a lot of big plays yesterday, and I think that really turned it around for us.
To win out Liz and host, just what do you guys think about that? Do you talk about it? I know it's only been since yesterday. Is that something you will talk about this week?
Yeah, because I think that's a lot of motivation. To stay focused. You need, to go into every game like it's your last. For seniors, it's easy, but for the underclassmen and everything else, you need to give them a kind of short-term goal that they can focus on to go into those games, keep that positive and driven mindset. And I think that's a good way to get that across. Because sometimes just winning alone maybe isn't enough for some people. So I think play at home. We play better at home. I think he's going to really reinforce that this week at practice.
Talk about the challenges of beating UIC here, even though you've already beaten them there. What's the toughest thing about playing them?
They're really talented. I don't know how their conference record is, but I know they're not right at the top. They started at the top, and I think they were kind of taken aback by some teams who beat them this year so far in conference. But they're really talented. I think Rachel Story, number 4, she really gets them going. Their posts are strong. They have I think it's number 12, Campbell. She's really, really athletic and really hard to keep off the boards. So, I mean, we have to come prepared because we beat them once there, and I don't think they were ready for us. I know they'll be ready for us now.
Do teams change the second time around from your perspective?
Um, Depending on which team sometimes. I mean, I think going into yesterday, Green Bay, I don't think we expected to see a lot of changes from them defensively or offensively. I think both of us knew what we were going to do, and it was whoever was going to play harder and make more shots was going to win that game. I'm interested to see what UIC does. We just played Milwaukee. They didn't make as much change as I thought they would, but I mean, last year when we went there, their coach did a matchup zone and almost beat us because of it. So, I mean, I couldn't tell you, but you always have to expect the unexpected with teams in conference because there's some really good coaches.
3 of the next 4 at home. I know you're happy about that as well.
Oh yeah, I'm really happy. Detroit's gonna be a really, really tough one on the road, but once again, I mean, all of them are gonna be tough. But I love playing here, and I wouldn't trade it for anywhere else.
Liz,
Oh,
is the 3-point record on your mind at all right now?
sorry.
I know you have a record on that, maybe.
Yeah, I guess. It may be in the back of my mind. I mean, if I get it, I get it. I'd rather win.
Were those the last 2 games? Were those the biggest wins so far in your career here? Do you think?
It was a different mindset. I mean, after the Milwaukee game, I mean, during the Milwaukee game, I caught myself thinking, I was like, I never shoot this much. And I'm like, it's weird to be scoring this much. I mean, I think I played pretty well and everything. I had too many turnovers both games, but I'm glad I stepped up, I guess.
Liz, when you guys won 6 games, Coach was kind of tentative to kind of take credit as being one of the top teams in the league. Now you guys have won 3 in a row,
Mm-hmm.
2 on the road,
Mm-hmm.
tough places. I mean, do you guys feel a little bit better about being one of the top teams more confident now that you've accomplished?
Yeah. And I hope that every time we get too confident, we think back to that 3-game losing streak we had. We're not as good as we think we are sometimes, no matter how many wins we've had in a row. We won these past 2 games because we've played hard and we've played together, and no matter what goes wrong, we stick together. And that's what we need to do these last 4 games, because that's the only reason we're good. We're not good because we're really athletic. You know, we're not awesome shooters, but we knock down open shots. So if we continue to do the things we did on the road, I see us winning the next 4 games.